Being in the right market is so wildly important. It's hard to even conceptualize. Right now, me and my buddy are opening up another leg of my kind of business what I'm doing right now is I'm going into other people's businesses that have a large social media and great products around it. That's the key. They have a great actual product or service that they're already selling, a good business model. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a revenue share of anything over what I can currently increase the value for them. And something that can really help grow that is going to be this marketing agency ordeal that my buddy is opening that I'm going to help run with him, because that was something I was going to do for each of my clients anyway. And I think I can get him unlimited clients. The problem would be who can actually be onboarded, who is the right person for the fit. And the point of this is what we are doing has unlimited demand. Pretty much every single person that is in our space, and more people are trying to get into this space, needs this service done for them. And most people know that it would be a full-time job, very expensive, very time-oriented. And if you want it done right, it would cost a shit ton of money to do this in-house. And more importantly than that, they wouldn't even know how to do it. But they all know that they want this done because it is a proven model that has worked before. It is the Andrew Tate clip model, where you are distributing a ton of short clips across many different platforms to have an organic reach that is kind of like paid ads. The importance of this is people don't see it as paid ads, and the real value that you get is getting more exposure across all your platforms, across all different lead magnets, across all your products. If you can generate 150 million views a month doing this short form content across a bunch of different platforms, there's going to be a small percentage of those people that want to learn out more about your product, about the long form stuff, and get a part of your kind of business strategy. There's only benefits to having more views, because what are more views? There are more customers, there are more people that now know your name, there's more people who give you more opportunities. And when you are plateaued with your long form stuff, this is something great that can really take you to the next level, especially if you're working with someone that's very articulate and has a great business model to where their cost per customer, once they get the customer, is very, very high. The average lifetime value of those customers, a few $100, then they can spend a lot of money on this. Every single person wants this done for them because they see the value, they see that it works, but they don't know how to do it themselves. So we said, sure, we'll do it. And I think I'm going to actually help him run it because I want this with every single person that I'm working with. And I'm just going to add it on to the additional value that I'm providing. Because with this, if we can generate an extra, let's say 150 million views per month, which is actually a realistic target after, let's say, a year-long period, the amount of revenue that's going to provide them, it's literally potentially millions and millions of dollars per month. Just think about how much do you pay for a Super Bowl ad? How many views does a Super Bowl get? It's usually 100 million, and people are spending $6-7 million on those ads. So if you can get those on monthly views, you should, if you have a good marketing or a good business model, be able to make up with that with quite literally millions of dollars in revenue. And if you're getting a rev share model, this is a fantastic product. The only problem is it is pretty expensive to do. So how do we price it for this unlimited demand? Then that comes into how you structure the offer. And what we are doing is we will take care of everything. You're not going to have to do anything. In fact, your workload's actually going to go down because we are going to open up a lot of different funnels. We're going to increase different campaigns. We're going to do everything in-house so you don't have to lift a finger. But the results for your business are going to 10-20x. What would an extra 150 million views per month over a year-long process do for your business? And they're probably going to start calculating how many views they're getting per month and how much money they're making from that. The people that are our ideal clients are already making over 100 grand per month and have a great business, have a bunch of stuff that already works very well with it. And then it's just finding the right people to do this with and leveraging everything that they've already built to really take them to the next level. But there is unlimited demand for this work. So you can pretty much charge anything you want, but I'm going to go over how you structure different price points because there are some whales that we will potentially work with that will literally pay us 100 grand per month to do this. So you have a super high ticket offer, but then you know that people always buy the middle price, or a lot of the times they buy the middle price. So you have something that's wildly expensive that if there is a whale that wants to get involved with it, they'll buy that super, super expensive exclusive product. Then you have the mid tier, which is going to be for most people that you're actually selling. But if you're selling something for, let's say, $75,000 per month, then if the next thing over is 20 grand per month, it actually doesn't sound too bad in comparison, especially with the people that you're working with and the offer that you're providing. Because if you are successful and if we are successful in what we were doing, it's going to generate them literally millions of leads that then it's up to them, but we will actually help them close those deals if they have a good business model. So it's actually a very cheap service if you think about it in terms of the value that's being provided. So you have these different tier levels that people can buy to have different purchasing options. And then you reach out to the people that you actually want to do this with, because I'm pretty much friends with everyone that I think this would work with anyway. So all I do is reach out and say, hey, I think you would be perfect for this. Here's how we'd onboard you. Here's everything to process. And I'm fine structuring different deals with different people. I'll show them the cost of the team. If they cover the cost, then we'll do some sort of performance-based model. But ideally, I would have the capital to come in and spend $15,000 per month on the team to do this for them and generate that same results. Then I just continue the revenue share in some or buy into equity. That is the long-term goal of this, to build enough capital to where I don't need for them to pay for the service. Because ideally, if this works as well as it can, then I just do a revenue split. And for me, paying 15 grand out of pocket, that is chump change for what we will make on the back end, which is the real goal of this to begin with. So I'm going to try and tell the guy, hey, that I'm going to be working with Ken McElroy January 3rd. I'll be moving to Arizona. I'm going to pitch this business model to him probably a month into what we are currently doing. And I already start to show results. And I'll say, hey, this can take what we are currently doing and 50x it. And I already have a deal where I get a portion of the revenue and he would just cover the cost of the team, and it would work out very, very well. Because for him, $15,000, $20,000 per month is not a whole lot for the results that it could provide on the back end. And that's our ideal client. You're working with much richer people, solving super rich people's problems already. It's usually much easier to work with. And then it is being in a market where there's unlimited demand for. We are not trying to market our services. It is more so, how many people can we take on? Because there's unlimited demand for what we were doing. There's so many people that their hardest thing is getting clients. One, if you're running a business and the hardest part is to get clients, your product or service might not be that good, or your offer isn't that good. We will do a money back guarantee. Hey, if this isn't working, we will give you everything back, because we will only work with you if we are showing results. 100% results-based businesses. And when you structure a deal like that, it's very easy to close these people once you kind of get to know them and get in the room with them. And that's a whole different discussion as to how you get to know these people that you are your ideal business clients. And I've done many, many videos on that. So those are the opportunities and the options that I try and look at. How much demand is there for anything that I'm going to sell before I even do it? What does the marketplace really look like? Do you really want to be selling something that the hardest part is actually getting the clients and not actually servicing the people that want to come on board? For me, that's a much better service where there's unlimited demand, and all you need to do is, the only issue is there's too many people that want your service that you can actually reasonably onboard and show results for. At least that's what I like to do. I don't like to spend all my time marketing shitty products. So that's why I only work with businesses that have great products to begin with. Then it makes it a lot easier, and the lifetime value of the customer is much higher when you understand the ideal avatar and kind of the basic marketing stuff. I got to go though. Goodbye.